against the darkness of the beach. Love is like a ghost in the distance of a reach. Travel through the night, 'cause there is no fear. Alone but right behind, till I watch you disappear. I'm moving through the dark of a long black night, just moving with the moon and the light it shines. And I'm thinking of a place, and it feels so very real, just moving through the dark.
So this is indeed good news. I'm not sure if I can actually see how the gain is looking on this mic. Okay, that's turned right up. It's probably a bit too loud. Okay, so what's going on here? So we've hooked up an Arduino Uno. It has a Grove Cape, and this Arduino is connected via USB to a Raspberry Pi, and this Raspberry Pi is connected to the internet with a Wi-Fi connection. So this is making a call to MapQuest and looking to see where my house is, based on a GPS result coming from a GPS Grove sensor. So there you have it. It is very exciting. And in fact, if we did something like screen, hang on, my wife is calling me, as usual. She's upset about something. Alright, bye. What? Where are you going? Alright, see you later. Okay, bye. Okay, great. We're back here again. Everything's looking great. So we were just going to see if we could see what is this GPS sensor actually doing. So so if we did screen 9600 board. So this is the data. This is the data coming off the GPS sensor, going to the Arduino, and then printing out to serial port out. And the row we're really interested in is the GP GA line, and this tells us our longitude, latitude, and altitude, which is then converted into something more meaningful. So notice now, in order to detach from screen, we should be able to do Control D. It's a little bit iffy. All right, we're able to disconnect our screen. Now we've written a Python program, and this Python program allows us to so this Python program allows us to detect and pull apart the actual reading from the GPS sensor, and allows us to have a lovely human readable way of determining what on earth is going on inside here. So let's have a look. So if we go into dev, GPS, this, by the way, is a Git repository. It's the Pi-Arduino asset tracker. So what's inside the Arduino? So if we went into vgps.ino, the brief tour is, this is Arduino code. It looks a lot like C. Basically is C, but it's sort of a little bit safer than C. You don't have to malloc and alloc and dalloc and malloc. But so notice there's in the setup, it starts with soft serial. Soft serial is just a way to run multiple serial interfaces. And normally your serial interfaces are singular. So soft serial allows for more than one. So it uses soft serial and pretty much reads the buffer out, and that's what we see on the screen. So really quite boring. I guess the key thing here is yeah, it's a bit of a mystery, eh? Look at that. There's no indication where the hell this data's coming in, which ports, which pins are being used. Any rate, so that's obscure as hell. And then the Python is equally well, it's a little bit better. So it's a fairly short Python program. It brings in the serial library. It uses Pi2MIA2, which converts the G. So the Pi2MIA2 converts the serial input into a more useful JSON object, and then that is then passed on to the MapQuest key, and we use the Python request library to do that. So you must export your MapQuest key. Your MapQuest key is available on the mapquestapi.com. Sign up, it's a free key. There is some rate limiting, but hey, it's good enough. And you can see here, we have an annotate function, we have the parse and mir, which can get the longitude, latitude, and sometimes the altitude and its units. Here we have a little parser that basically looks for lines that begin with JP, JGA. So here on line 81, we're just interested in those lines. And then we take those lines and then we pretty much, so what we're doing here, is we just sort of have a max number of lines. So we read a bunch of lines, and then The idea here is that we might read more than one line just in case we missed a line. Sometimes the lines are not there. So notice here, it merely just does, it's very basic. It just pretty prints out the annotated information. And as you can see, max here, we actually pulling 10 lines out. So when I run my Python 3, aha, notice how it can't open up the serial port now because screen is running. So let's see if screen's still around. So it is, something's going on here. Let's see. Let's see. Kill minus 9, 7, 3, 4, 8. Maybe that'll do it. 7, 3, 4, 8. I could reboot the machine, but I really don't like screen to the serial monitoring, because it really does cause a problem. There it is. Ah, it's capital screen. See, look. Scream. There it is. So it's bang 1102. Let's pass it a term signal. Let's see if it killed it. Yep, it should have killed it. And now if we run it, Bob's your uncle, connected to the serial output, and it should now be going straight into here. Notice the export of the key is essential. So that's the n meters, the altitude, and yeah, we are indeed 374. So in fact, we are 374 meters above sea level. And here you can see right now that I am indeed in the state of New York, in the country of the United States. So based on the longitude and latitude, you can see that I'm in the United States, in the state of New York, in the county of Sullivan, in Barryville, and I'm in a neighborhood, and, well, what else does it tell me? Here, there's a little map we can go look at in a second, but it tells me a little more. It tells me I'm on Schwab Road, and Herring Road is the nearest intersection. The street display name is Herring Road. The postal code is 12719. This is looking great. It says I'm number 26 Schwab Road. Well, close enough, not quite. I can't really tell you my street address, because that would be giving away too much information for you people. Oh well. And then if we go take a peek in here, there I am. Schwab and Herring Road, and 200 meters above sea level, approximately 1,000 feet. So there it is. It's not quite exactly perfect, but it's good enough. This is Herring Road here, this is our road, Schwab Road, and this is Von Tail Road in the city of Barryville. So that concludes today's little exploration of Raspberry Pi to Arduino and GPS tracking with the Grove GPS sensor. So I hope everyone is enjoying their Sunday as much as I am. I'm here in my woodshed, and as you can see, I'm hooked up with my brand new Technics earphones and a very innovative use of my Zoom handy recorder with a mitten as a muffler. So you too can record at home professionally by using some of these neat tricks. Oh, yeah, here's the stand I made for my mic. Pretty simple, but very effective. Nice and solid. Keeps the sound out. With the muffler on, I think it's a little bit better. And of course, that is all I have to say.